What up, guys? Welcome to Downtown Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Orlando for Friday, September 6, 2024, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Melo. That's REYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. A film follow-up to the cult favorite TV series Wynonna Earp is slated to premiere on Tubi September 13th, starring Melanie Scrofano, Tim Rosen, Dominique Provis-Chockley, and Catherine Barrow. The female-powered sci-fi western wrapped up its fourth season run on Sci-Fi in 2021. Reruns are streaming on Netflix. The main cast returns for Wynonna Earp, Vengeance. Wynonna Earp, spicy, hard-living, demon-slaying anti-heroine and great-great-granddaughter of legendary lawman Wyatt Earp, must return once again to her hometown of Purgatory to battle her greatest foe yet. A psychotic villain is hell-bent on revenge against Wynonna and everyone she loves. Rosen plays her boyfriend, an immortal version of the famed gunslinger Doc Holliday, while Provis-Chockley plays her sister Waverly, and Barrow plays Waverly's wife, Nicole. A new drag queen has been crowned in Guadalajara as the second season of Drag Race Mexico drew to a close on Thursday. The queens took on fashion shows and challenges related to acting and comedy. The official synopsis of the finale reads, the final four queens were tasked to face off in the last maxi challenge of the season and present a spectacular talent show on the main stage. On the runway, the queens dazzled under the category Finale Glamour. Lexa Fox was selected as Mexico's next drag superstar from among 13 contestants. Other queens included Ava Pocket, Electra Vandergelt, Eva Blunt, Garcon, Horatio Patasio, Agnes Ars, Janeri Bloom, Luna Landsman, Maria Bonita, Nina De Fuente, Succulenta, and Unique. The show is a spinoff of RuPaul's Drag Race and is available to stream on WOW Presents Plus. The fifth season of the emergency worker drama 911 Lone Star will be its last on Fox. Fox President Michael Thorne said in a statement Thursday, "From the Star, fans have followed the heroic and deeply moving stories of the men and women who make up Austin's 126. So a huge thanks to one of the greatest creative teams in all of television, Ryan Murphy, Brad Falchuk, and Tim Minear, for creating one of the most action-packed dramas anywhere." Now, in our final season of the show, we're set to give it its high-stakes send-off it deserves, complete with breathless rescues, insurmountable odds, and relatable personal struggles thanks to our incomparable stellar cast led by Rob Lowe and Gina Torres. The last episodes are set to air on September 23rd, when the finale is expected in early 2025. Jim Parrick, Natasha Karim, Brian Michael Smith, Julian Works, Rafael Silva, and Brianna Baker co-star. Keke Palmer has signed on to star in and executive produce a new Peacock series based on the 1989's horror comedy film The Burbs. A synopsis from the streaming service says, set in present-day suburbia, The Burbs follows a young couple returning to the husband's childhood home. Their world is upended when new neighbors move in next door, bringing old secrets to the cul-de-sac to light, and new deadly threats shatter the illusion of their quiet little neighborhood. Palmer's role has not been disclosed, and no other casting has been announced yet. Celeste Hewley, whose credits include Palm Royale and Dead to Me, is writing and executive producing the show with Dana Olson, the writer of the original movie, serving also as co-executive producer on the series. Seth MacFarlane and Brian Grazer are also producers on the project, which will be filmed in Los Angeles on the Universal Backlot, the same place where the movie was shot. The film starred Tom Hanks, Bruce Dern, Carrie Fisher, and Corey Feldman. Fox released a teaser for Season 2 of Accused on Thursday. The show returns October 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Each episode of Accused features a different guest star accused of a crime. Michael Chiklis returns as a different character that he played in Season 1. Fox confirmed for UPI. The trailer shows real-life couple Felicity Huffman and William H. Macy as characters. A press release also announced Kobe Smulders, Velva Lovell, Dana Shahabi, Isabel Arazia, Taylor Schilling, Nick Cannon, Patrick J. Adams, Deborah Winger, Mercedes Ruehl, Christine Ebersol, Danny Pino, and King John in the second season. Howard Gordon adapted the BBC series for Fox. Gordon also developed Homeland and ran 24. Donnie Wahlberg will executive produce and host another season of Very Scary People, Investigation Discovery, announced on Friday. The official synopsis reads, the series offers an expansive look into society's most evil minds, revealing unprecedented insight into their twisted crimes through rare in-depth interviews and remarkable archival footage. This season, Wahlberg will examine Scott Kimball, a murderer who moonlit as a FBI informant, Clarence Heatley, also known as the Preacher, and David Matuszewski, who kidnapped his own children. Season 5 spotlighted such murderers as the Times Square Killer, Richard Cunningham, and the Happy-Faced Killer, Keith Jefferson. Wahlberg said in a press release, these stories will leave true crime fans stunned as we unravel the depraved crimes and minds of frightening killers we haven't considered before. Wahlberg also stars in Blue Bloods, which wrapped its 14th season, Part 2, in the fall. He is also a member of the 1980s and 90s boy band New Kids on the Block, which released a new album in May. The Toronto International Film Festival has played host to many comeback stories over the years. Brendan Fraser was cheered here 2 years ago for his performance in The Whale. This year's unlikely comeback story might be Pamela Anderson. On Friday, Gia Coppola premiered her film The Last Showgirl, an indie drama starring Anderson as an aging Las Vegas showgirl. Shelley, played by Anderson, is the long-running star of the casino dance show of scantily clad, feather-adorned women that have seen better days. With attendance dwindling, the show's stage manager, played by Dave Bautista, announces that they will soon give their last performance, leaving Shelley, who believes sincerely in the show, pondering her choices. The film was in for sale in Toronto, drew mixed reviews, but warm applause for the 57-year-old Anderson. Anderson told the crowd at the Prince of Wales Theatre following the premiere, I've been getting ready my whole life for this role. For Anderson, most notable credits include Baywatch and Barat. The festival acclaim was a novel experience. Even just getting a script like The Last Showgirl was something new for her. Anderson said, it's the first time I've read a good script, first of all. I never had a script come to me that was coherent. I was like, I'm the only one that can do this. I never felt that strongly about something. The Last Showgirl extends a run of good fortune for the former Playboy playmate that includes her 2023 memoir, Love Pamela, and the Emmy-nominated Netflix documentary, Pamela Love Story. TIFF also shares some of the same themes as another TIFF entry, the body horror film The Substance. That film stars Demi Moore, likewise grappling with ageism with female entertainers. Jamie Lee Curtis, who co-stars as a very bronze casino waitress in The Last Showgirl, got emotional discussing her character. She says, I'm just a product of the same reality. You know who Annette is. Every single one of you know an Annette. It's a movie about dreams and going after your dreams, but of course the dreams become a reality, a harsh reality. And for women, it's a really harsh reality that men don't have as much. Selena Gomez is a billionaire, and at 32 years old, she is one of the youngest women in the United States to reach such a milestone. Gomez, the actress who came to fame on The Wizard of Waverly Place on the Disney Channel, also stars in Hulu's Only Murders in the Building and the upcoming film Emilia Perez. As a singer, she put out hits like Lose You to Love Me, and has been nominated for a Grammy twice. But most of her financial success can be attributed to her makeup brand, Rare Beauty, which she started in 2020. According to a Bloomberg report, this venture has generated approximately $1.1 billion for the star, who has a net worth of $1.3 billion. She has also enjoyed profitable brand deals with Puma, Coach, and Louis Vuitton, earning her some $50 million altogether. In addition, the mental health resource she created, called Wonder Mind, is worth approximately $100 million, according to a 2022 data. Carolyn Sloan, a University of Chicago professor, told Bloomberg, what she's doing is pretty smart. There has been this big shift throughout her career towards what fits her more authentically. which turns out to be better investment decisions. Gomez also executive produces and guest stars in the spinoff of Wizards of Waverly Place, called Wizards Beyond Waverly Place, which premieres in October. Season 4 of Only Murders in the Building premiered August 27th. Paris Hilton released her first album in nearly 20 years on Friday. Infinitive Icon contains 12 tracks and collaborations with artists like Rina Sayayama, Meghan Trainor, Megan Thee Stallion, Maria Barcella, and Sia, who also executive produced. Hilton told People that she was inspired to return to the recording studio after performing Stars Are Blind with Miley Cyrus and Sia in 2023. Sia expressed admiration for Hilton and wanted to work together. Hilton said, "She looked at me and said, 'You were incredible last night. You were born to be a pop star. Why have you not released another album?'" Hilton released Paris in 2006, but said she spent the following years focusing on other business endeavors. She said, "I'm just so grateful that I said yes to Miley that night to do Stars Are Blind, because that's really just started me on this whole journey to do this second album. I couldn't be prouder of how it all turned out." She released the official music video for BBA on Friday. The song features Megan Thee Stallion, and the video features Lance Bass and Heidi Klum. Hilton is also scheduled to be a presenter at the upcoming MTV Video Music Awards. And speaking of Megan Thee Stallion, she's teaming up with K-pop star RM in a new song, Never Play, which was released on Friday. The 29-year-old singer and rapper, I was told on Instagram, this is one of my favorite RM verses I've ever heard. I've never heard him rap in this style before. RM is a member of the boy band BTS. The group is not currently performing together, as members are focusing on their independent music and meeting South Korea's requirement for mandatory military services. In the music video, animated versions of Megan Thee Stallion and RM speed through a dark city scene together. Megan Thee Stallion has 3 Grammy Awards to her name, and she released Megan, her third album, in June. Since then, she opened at the BET Awards with performances of BOA and Where Them Girls At, and she embarked on the Hot Girls concert tour. She is also set to host the MTV Video Music Awards September 11th. RM dropped his sophomore solo album, Right Place, Wrong Time, in May. LL Cool J released The Force, his first new album in more than 10 years, on Friday. The 56-year-old musician, actor, and rapper said, "I'm ready," when he released a track list on Instagram. The album features collaborations with Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes, Nas, Eminem, Swati, Sona Jabraya, Mad Squabs, Jay San, and Don Pablito. The Force is LL Cool J's 14th album, and the first since Authentic, which he released in 2013. He says the project is more about the people and cultural impact than anything else. "I feel like I was born to hold this space in hip-hop." LL Cool J, who has 2 Grammy Awards, will perform at the MTV Video Music Awards on September 11th. He recently appeared in NCIS Hawaii Season 3. And finally, Sergio Mendes, the celebrated Brazilian musician whose 1966 hit Mas Que Nada made him a global superstar and helped launch a long Grammy-winning career, has died after months battling the effects of long COVID. He was 83. The death Thursday of the Brazilian pianist, songwriter, and arranger was confirmed in a statement by his family. The statement on Friday said his wife and musical partner for the past 54 years, Granisha Liperos Mendes, was by his side, as were his loving children. Mendes' last performance was November 2023 to sold-out and wildly enthusiastic houses in Paris, London, and Barcelona. Mendes was born in Rio de Janeiro and studied classical music at a conservatory before joining jazz groups in the late 1950s and early 60s. He began playing bossa nova as the genre was heating up in Rio nightclub scenes with Antonio Carlos Jobim, João Gilberto, and others. In 1962, they traveled to New York for a bossa nova festival at Carnegie Hall. During the trip, Cannibal Adderley invited Mendes to collaborate on the album Cannibal Adderley and the Bossa Rio Sextet, leading to his first American record. The swinger from Rio, after signing with Atlantic Records. 2 years later, Mendes moved to California and formed Brazil 64, which evolved into Brazil 66, after he added two female vocalists. The group's debut album, produced by Herb Alpert, featured Mas Que Nada, sung entirely in Portuguese. Mas Que Nada was a mid-tempo samba number originally released in 1963 by composer Jorge Ben-Sor and updated 3 years later by Mendes, who had been playing the song in clubs and gave it a jazzier, more hard-hitting feel. He told The Guardian in 2019, "I put a band together called Brazil in 66. I always had instrumental groups, but when I added two female singers, Lonnie Hall and Bibi Vogel, it made a different kind of sound. We recorded the song in Los Angeles with me, the drums, bass, guitar, all performing live." Mendes' version was a worldwide hit that helped perpetuate the Brazilian music boom of the 1960s. In 2006, a modern version of the song topped the U.S. chart as performed by the Black Eyed Peas. It was included in his album Timeless, produced by will.i.am and featuring Stevie Wonder, Justin Timberlake, John Legend, among others. Mendes' other hits were an eclectic blend ranging from covers of the Beatles' The Fool on the Hill and With a Little Help from My Friends to his own Brazilian chant, Magneweha. Mendes also composed the soundtrack for the film Pelé, featuring saxophonist Jerry Mulligan, and even produced an album recorded by the great Brazilian soccer player. Mendes won the 1992 Grammy Award for Best World Music Album, Brasileiro, and 2 Latin Grammy Awards. He also received an Oscar nomination in 2012 for Best Original Song for Rio in Rio from the animated film Rio. Marco Valle told Global News about Mendes' music. Brazilian soul was there. Valle also noted that it was Mendes who helped open the doors for other British artists. And as your entertainment report for Friday, September 6th, 2024, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.